Hey y'all, it's Chimdi. So I am smiling ear to ear because I'm about to make a credit card payment. A long time ago, someone asked me how I would joyfully pay off debt. Because a while ago, I paid off around $30K in student loans, and it was not a fun process. I used a total money makeover. I've talked about it on my channel a few times. And they were asking, okay, how would you do it in a way that infused it with more joy? And I didn't have the answer, but now I do because I'm actually doing it. I've never been this happy to make a credit card payment. And what I want to do is actually start a debt-free journey here on my channel with this video. Since quitting my job back in 2021, I have amassed now over $28,000 in credit card debt. That is one card with $9,456 and another card with $18,546. I'm smiling ear to ear because for the first time in maybe 6 months, I'm able to make more than the minimum payment. So basically for the last 6 months, I essentially haven't been paying my credit card. When I moved from the United States, I was very much in like survival mode. Like, we gotta figure out where we're gonna live. We just need to get our basics situated, and then we can start thinking about some things higher up Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? And I'm so grateful because I'm now in a place where I can return to making these payments, and it makes me so happy. So I wanna share a little bit about my journey and also record the moment that I make this $2,000 payment. Let's start with what helped me get to this point. The first thing is doing the Joe Dispenza style, Neville Goddard style, connecting to the feeling, the frequency of what it is you want, and actually attracting opportunities and attracting money to you, not thinking you need to go out and hustle and work for it. What has helped me get to this point financially has been more money. I currently do coaching and consulting, and I've gotten all of these consulting opportunities as well as coaching opportunities, and a lot of it has come really organically, right? I've done business coaching where they talk to you about lead generation and reaching out to all these people, and I think that can totally work if that's aligned with your way of being. Personally, I truly connect to the vibe, connect to the energy, connect to the gratitude, and that's how I attract things. So the two main consulting opportunities I currently do, they pay between $150 and $200 an hour. And I got both of them through Instagram DMs, right? I was not out here scoring LinkedIn. I wasn't out here scoring Indeed. I was minding my business, living my best life, sharing, creating, posting. People found me, saw me, they were like, oh, you'd be great for this. They connected me, and that's how I got those opportunities. Now, to be clear, your next opportunity could be on Indeed, it could be on LinkedIn. The thing is really just to listen to what your spirit is telling you about where you go to get these opportunities. Same thing with coaching, right? Where I make these videos, I talk about the way I support people, I do testimonials, all these different things, and folks who are interested, they reach out and they put time on my calendar. And I sometimes think, oh, maybe I'd have even more clients if I did all of these different selling techniques. But ultimately, this has worked for me, right? So I'm just sharing what has worked for me. When I connected to the frequency of wanting one of the consulting opportunities, I actually pulled up an old email from a full-time job 8 years ago, and I pulled up the email that had the offer letter that said, you know, Chimdi, congratulations, welcome to the team, all these things, here's the salary, and I actually connected to how it would feel if that was happening again. I did the same thing with my bank account. So I have an app on my phone where I check my bank account balance, and I just imagined pulling up my phone, opening that app, and seeing like thousands and thousands of dollars in my account. And I would do this to the point of weeping. We're getting very emotional. That is the thing, right? Feeling is the secret. You really have to feel like you're experiencing it in this now moment. The other thing that's super duper helpful is programming yourself to be in the vibration of what it is you want. And it's my favorite thing. I love using TikTok specifically to program myself around wealth creation. I found myself on TikTok a few months ago, and TikTok started showing me struggle talk. Like, it started showing me videos of people going through it, not being able to pay their bills, and I was like, hold on. I was like, what is this? Like, I was like, oh, y'all don't have me correct. So I intentionally did like #RichTalk, and I just started watching all these videos of people talking about making money, talking about wealth, talking about investing, and it was so cool because I literally felt and saw the difference. Where after maybe like 30 minutes of watching these videos, I was like,
where is that budget document that I haven't opened in 2 months?
Let's get back into this document. From there, I did this thing which is called setting goals. Setting goals. When you're in survival mode, you're just thinking about, how do I just get by? How do I just survive one other day? How do I just pay my rent? Like, you're just thinking very small because you're just trying to survive. You're not trying to grow and expand in any of these things. And so when I actually was like, wait, what is the goal? Like, what would you like? What do you want to create? That really changed things, because to actually write it down and have something to focus on, I believe it sort of marshals all the energies and all the ideas that can help support you to get to that goal. So for me, my first goal was to get $1,000 in my emergency fund. So I decided to basically do the total money makeover again. And I was like, okay, we're gonna start with having an emergency fund, because that keeps you from relying on credit when emergencies come up. And then the cool thing about setting goals is that when you build that momentum, especially energetically, it takes so much less time than you think. So I set this first goal, I think maybe within a couple of weeks, I had $1,000 in my emergency fund. And so then I was like, okay, let's make it $1,500 in 30 days, right? 2 days later, I had $1,500. And then I was like, okay, well then let's make it 2,000. And it was the same thing. I just hit 2,000 in my emergency fund. And so I was like, okay, now that we have this emergency fund, and this is just in case there's like a quick emergency, this is not the 3 to 6 months living expenses. And I'm doing it the Dave Ramsey way, where you basically pay off your debt and then you build up the 3 to 6 months. And so one of the things I did to move forward was I did micropayments. So the way it works with interest and minimum payments on your credit card is, if you just do the minimum, you're basically never gonna pay off the principal. So you have to do more than the minimum. If you do less than the minimum, every month your credit is still gonna grow. And I knew that, but I decided to still make these micro payments. So payments of $25, $50, $100, small payments, just so I could get into the frequency of making payments again and essentially break that cycle. And then once again, I went back on TikTok and I searched hashtag debt free. And then I started watching all these videos. And again, people were talking about, here's how you budget. And the best part is people were sharing their journey. I saw this montage, it was so beautiful. It was someone saying like,
an insurmountable amount of debt. $20,000, $14,300. Total of $11,000, $10,000. We have $9,000. $7,000 left. We have $6,000 left. Actually, $4,000 away. We have $2,000 left. The last $1,000. We officially have zero debt. No more.
And that's what actually inspired me to make this video, because a lot of things related to money and finances, and especially debt, there can be a lot of shame around it, and we kind of like don't want to tell people. We feel small, we don't want people to talk about us, all these different things. But I found it so helpful to see other people going on the journey that I was like, oh, I want to be a part of that support for other people. You know, I work with one-on-one clients as a part of my creative coaching, and often people feel that fear about, you know, vulnerably expressing what they're going through and their experience and all these things. And for me, I find it so helpful to connect to the person who's being helped, the person who's being supported, who's being encouraged by what you're doing. And it's so helpful when you are that person. So I feel like I'm truly giving myself a gift. Those people created this content that really blessed me, and now I get to literally pass it along. Like, it's energy. I receive the energy, and now I get to flow it right back out. If I were to sum up the 4 things you need to successfully become debt-free again, and I'm gonna be doing it here on this channel for you to follow along with, I would say 1, actually set goals. What is it that you wanna achieve financially and when? Budget, you know, you have to actually look at your money, what's coming in, what's going out, where you're spending it, and have those honest conversations with yourself. Doing the inner work, actually connecting to the emotions, connecting to how it feels to have these things that you want. And for more money, you need to actually let more money come into your life. I'm not paying off debt through this place of like depriving myself of things I want and need, because I know money is abundant. I'm actually connecting to letting more of it flow into my life. And if just that makes you uncomfortable, because I found that when I would watch videos around debt free and they were like, girl, you need to make more money, it would create this like knot in my stomach, because there was this feeling of like, how? I don't know what to do. That feeling will point you to the process. All you need to do when you feel that like fear, anxiety, or I don't know, literally just connect to where it feels in your body. pour love and compassion, connect to like the young part of you that's feeling that sense of helplessness, whatever it is, cry it out, weep it out. And truly this peace will come upon you, and then ideas will start flowing, you'll start creating, and you'll start attracting more money. And the cool thing is that it is actually that simple. It's actually that simple. The hard part is being with the discomfort of the emotions. If you become masterful at being with your emotions, you can have anything you want. Anything you want. And I'm telling you that from Mexico, like in my own apartment in Mexico that I'm paying for in cash money. When I was in this exact apartment a couple of years ago, it was all being paid for on my credit card. Now I'm back and I'm paying for it in cash. And I'm happily paying down credit card debt with a smile, with joy. That is the relationship you can have to money, is joy and appreciation and gratitude and abundance. And the felt sense of you talking about it and sharing with it is blessing other people too. So if you want to go along with this journey on me, feel free to subscribe. I think I'm going to make a video every time I make a payment, so hopefully we can see those numbers change. My next goal is to make more than the minimum payment on the second card I have, that much bigger amount. So fingers crossed we'll be making that soon. Something tells me we will. If you want to do one-on-one coaching for your creative journey, you can put some time on my calendar by visiting my website. And I also host weekly calls with fellow creators. So if you want some support, want some free coaching, want some community, those are every Wednesday at noon. I'm so excited! All right, this is the one we're gonna pay off right here. Pay card. We're gonna do other amount. And we are going to do 2,000. Oh, feels so good to add all these zeros. 2,000 US dollars, yes. 2,000, woohoo! Yes, 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 yes. Make payment, pay it.